everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the fifth lecture of a transportation engineering, and today we are going to cover the topic camber and shoulder. So first we will start with the topic camber. We will understand what is a camber. If this is any pavement, let us suppose this is any pavement and we are seeing it from the top view, and if we take the section of this pavement, that is x here, so this is the cross section of the pavement. If the cross section, if the top surface of the pavement is flat in nature, and when the rain or some water is coming over it in this way, and it get accumulated over the surface and it will not drain out, so that will create the problem of a drainage in the pavement. So this is why there is a need of a term known as the camber. Camber is provided to drain off the water from the pavement. Okay, so this is the definition, or you can say this is the meaning of the camber. So it is provided to drain off the water from the pavement. So we will provide some slope in the cross sectional area, which is known as the cross slope or a camber. So camber is also known as cross slope. So there are some type of a camber. We will see all of them one by one. First one is classified as a straight camber. What is a straight camber? If this is any pavement and the slope is provided in this way, straight way, this is known as the straight camber. W is the width of the pavement and N is the slope of the camber, and this is the height Y. So the height Y is equals to W by 2N. So what is W here? W is the width of a pavement in which we are providing the camber. And what is N here? N is the slope of the camber. This is the first type of a camber, that is straight camber. We will see the next type, that is the parabolic camber. Okay, when the cross slope provided on the pavement is parabolic in nature, it is known as the parabolic camber. If we want to find the height of a camber at any section, for example, if we want to find the height of camber at the section X, this is the height Y. So its formula is Y is equals to 2x square upon NW. W is the width of the pavement. X is the any section at which we want to find the height of a camber. So height of camber will be equals to 2x square by NW. N is the slope of the camber and W is the width we want to find the height of a camber. Third one is the combined camber. What is combined camber? Combined camber have the advantage of both straight camber and the parabolic camber. So it is provided in this way. This is straight camber up to certain distance, and it is also straight camber up to certain distance, and it will join parabolically at the center point. So this is the combination of a straight camber and the parabolic camber. So this is the combined camber. Here it is straight, it changes to parabolic at the central position, and it again changes to straight at the another end. Okay, so this is the type of a camber, that is a straight camber and the parabolic camber. The third one is the combined camber. Next we will see some values of a camber based on the rainfall intensity and the pavement material. Camber depends upon the type of rainfall and the material of pavement. So we will see the value of camber as per the material of pavement and the rainfall in the area. So when there is a light rainfall in the area and the pavement is a cement concrete pavement, then the value of a camber is 1.7%. And when the rainfall is heavy in that area, then in the cement concrete pavement the value of camber is 2%. Similarly, when the pavement material is a thin bituminous pavement, and for the light rainfall area it is 2%, and for heavy rainfall it is 2.5%. It's a waterborne macadam or a gravel road. For the light rainfall its value is 2.5%, and for the heavy rainfall its value is 3%. For the earthen road, in the light rainfall its value is 3%, and for the heavy rainfall its value is 4%. So these are the value of a camber depending upon the type of rainfall and the material of a pavement. This table is very important for the numerical point of view. So next we will see one important numerical related to the camber. This is the question. The question is asking, if a parabolic camber is provided at a place of a heavy rainfall in an earthen road and the width of a pavement is 3.75 meter, then find the height of a camber at any section X. So this question is very simple. You can pause the video and try to solve it by your own. If you are facing any difficulty, then only you can see the solution part. Okay, so let us start the solution. First write the what is given in the question. So in the question it is given that the width of a pavement is 3.75 meter. So W is equals to 3.75 meter. And what is given? It is a parabolic camber. So camber is parabolic. We have studied that for a parabolic camber the value of a height of camber is 2x square by NW. Okay, so what is N here? It is not given in the question, but in the question it is given that it is a place of a heavy rainfall in a earthen road. So we have seen the classification of a camber value as per the pavement material or the rainfall in the area. Okay, so for the heavy rainfall in the earthen road it is 4%. Okay, so N here, what is N here? So it is 4%. So N is equals to 100 by 4. Of N is 25. If you put the value of N here in this formula, so N is 25 here and the width is 3.75. So we will get the value of a height of a camber as a x square by 46.875. This is the answer of this question. We will see what is a shoulder. Shoulder क्या होता है? Shoulder is an extra width provided adjacent to the width of a pavement. If this is any width of the pavement, then the width adjacent to the pavement is known as the shoulder. Shoulder is provided to serve the purpose of an emergency lane. In the case of any emergency, a vehicle can be parked at a shoulder. Okay, so it is an extra width provided adjacent to the pavement or the carriageway. As per the IRC, the maximum width of vehicle is 2.44. Okay, so if any vehicle is parked at a shoulder and whose width is 2.44 meters, so the width of shoulder should be greater than the 2.44 meter. So the minimum width of shoulder should be 2.5 meter as per the IRC. So this is all about the shoulder, and this is all about today's lecture. In the next lecture we will see the width of a formation and the width of a carriageway. Thank you.